Traveling Tyler style. I'm in Antigua, Guatemala, and I'm getting ready to take off and check out this volcano. Not quite sure what it's called. It's an hour and a half away. It's supposed to be a pretty intense hike, and you get to the top, you camp there overnight, you watch the volcano and it's active. So it's supposed to be a pretty cool experience, and it's something you kind of got to do if you're in the Antigua, Guatemala area. Let's see how this goes. So they gave us food and 2 liters of water. And that's gonna get us through. We're getting ready to do the hike. Evidently, it's about 3 hours to get up to the volcano. They're telling me it's gonna be really cold. I have shorts and a hoodie on, and I'm not sure if I'm in the proper attire. They're over here with walking sticks, and I don't know. Sounds like a pretty intense hike that I'm about to get myself into, and I'm not a hiker, but it should be a really good experience. Once we get up to the volcano, then we're gonna camp and just, you know, take it all in. Like, it's really an interesting experience over here in Antigua, Guatemala. I think I'm still in Antigua. I'm not really sure. It was like an hour, give or take, ride up in this bus. But this is where we are. Should be a good time. See how it goes. Update, it's actually a 5.5 hour hike. So evidently the first 2 hours aren't gonna be like this. Then we veer off into another path. I'm 3 minutes in and winded.
I second that.
So I guess only an hour and 57 more minutes before we can take a break. This is horrible. Struggling. Why did I do this? At this point, I just want the volcano to explode and take me out. That's all. 5.5 hours straight up. If I knew this going in, I would not have got myself wrapped up into this.
To climb.
Salma, what are your thoughts right now?
My thoughts? I think it's legit what you said. I want the volcano to.
Chris?
I'm liking it, man. I just, you know, I'm a little winded. That's to be expected, but I'm a little winded.
You're a trooper.
I should really start working out.
Yeah, that's what I'm realizing. I'm in bad shape.
Yeah,
That's what I'm learning.
Oh shit moments. I was like, oh wow.
Yeah. And
you
the
had
thing,
a few oh shit moments. We've been walking within the.
hey Salma, is this the worst experience of your life?
Yet.
I think it may be. What about you? Is this the worst experience of your life, or is this a highlight? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is terrible. But what are you gonna do? We're at the halfway point. It's not like I can stop. What do you guys think? You're doing good? Of course you're doing good, yeah. Yeah, well, at least one of us is. So, I think we've been victimized. We were victims. We didn't know that this was how this was going to be.
Do you think we can call an Uber?
Yeah.
Let us,
I thought an Uber was going to take me to the volcano. I didn't know it was a hike. All right, well, only 4 more hours, and then we'll be there.
How long have you been walking?
I don't know. Feels like 10 hours, but probably about 45 minutes.
I'm seeing shapes.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah. Here I am. No, I'm good, thank you. Okay.
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 Here we go. Did we make it to the top? Where's the volcano? It's behind the trees? Cool. At the registration. But after this point, it's still about 3 hours. It's borderline ridiculous. Okay, so we're right at the end, right? Like we're pretty much there, right?
Hi guys, now is the 35 minutes more for lunch the place, and then it's 45 minutes. The hard way is very steep, and this is the best part. And then
The best part.
yeah,
Yeah,
and then it's 2.5 kilometers more. Is up down, up down. It's a flat. This is the last way for arrive to the base camp, and you see the fuego.
Okay, so maybe
can do
2 more hours?
Yeah, 3 hours more.
3 hours
and
more.
a half more.
What's 3 hours and a half? Come on. I'll do
Okay,
it.
but going down's easy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
2 hours
Just
and a half.
like
Yeah, see, that's a positive. That's a
It's
silver
easy.
lining.
It's
That's tomorrow. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah, you can do it.
While this is very difficult, and I can't deny that, this is one of those experiences in life that there's no way I don't look back on this like, whoa, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. I could be on a beach in Belize right now. I pushed that back a day in order to do this, to essentially torture myself, but it's because of what the award is at the end. We got 3 more hours to go, and we've been going for 2 hours, and I've been struggling for every minute of it. But I recognize when I get to the top, and I sit there with my friends, my amigos, and we watch the volcano erupt, and sit back and camp and have a drink and take it all in, I recognize 100% this will be worth it. I question it every minute of the way, but I know once I get there, it will be worth it. And this is an incredible experience. I would, if anybody is in the Antigua, Guatemala area, you kind of got to do this. It's one of those things. So I'll keep you posted on how it's going. I still got 3 hours to take back everything I just said, but I have a feeling this is going to be worth it. All right, here's the food they gave us. Some chicken, something. I don't know. Some kind of spaghetti gimmick. Pretty good.
So it could be like this. You want to know how different it is geographically. Plus the hour, the clock change. So it will be like sunset will be like 2 hours. You know, like sunrise. Yeah. Like the hour.
I'm changing my look up. I got this beanie that they gave us because it is getting cold. I'm at the halfway point, and yeah, it's starting to take a turn for the worse with the with the weather. So I got gloves, I got the beanie, hoodie, but shorts, which is no good. But here we go. We're gonna take off. This is the hardest part of the hike. So it's the next half hour or so is basically vertical. So they just gave us lunch to sit here and kind of get mentally prepared. But this is not going to be a good time for the next half hour or so. But once we're through it, then, you know, I think we're through the worst of it. And then it's just a couple hours of zigging and zagging. So let's see how this goes. So evidently we have about an hour left of the steep climb from what it's looking like. Then we reach base camp. I feel like I'm climbing Mount Everest or something right now, I swear. Whew. Even the dogs are like falling over on their sides, like tapping out. So you know that's a sign that it's hard. But once we get to base camp in an hour, then at that point we're going to regroup And from there, it's about an hour and a half, but flat, to reach the volcano. So that won't be a problem. I found a stick, so I'm now using a walking stick, which is helping. But boy, this is challenging for real. And it's misty and hard to breathe. The fog is creeping in.
Let me tell you something. If you're looking to put a soundtrack on this video, you gotta put Opeth.
Okay.
Any song of Opeth goes with this.
Okay.
If you like Opeth, like and subscribe.
The only problem is I'll get hit with a copyright. Might be worth it though. I don't know. Whew. All right, I think I want to say we're sort of making progress.
Halfway.
So halfway point of the hour. So that means they still carry the one. That means we got 30
Oh, you
minutes
look
left.
so cool.
Thank you. Hey, I'm dying.
All right, the whole crew's here. Why am I doing this? So the guide just told us we have another 30 minutes like this. It's hard to tell in the video how steep it is, but trust me on this, it's incredibly steep. And, you know, we got a group of like 30 people doing this and nobody has quit. I don't know how far we have to go. It feels like 6-7 kilometers, maybe more, straight up a hill, you know, and it's kind of treacherous. And so, and the breathing's hard, you know, because of the elevation. I'm shocked nobody has quit, you know. I mean, if you quit, you have nowhere to go, so you kind of can't quit. You know, there's no bus waiting for you. What are you going to do? Go. So you can't quit. But the agency doesn't tell you how hard this is, because if they told you how hard it is, nobody would do it. So they make it kind of sound like, oh, yeah, it's just, you know, quick hike. You're at the volcano, watch it erupt, you know, experience that. But the truth is, no, this is hard, like very, very hard. I mean, you can see how slow we're moving. I mean, everybody is seriously moving so slow because it's impossible. But when we get there, it'll be very, very rewarding. It really will. It's starting to flatten out a little bit, which is a giant relief. You know, this is kind of the last stretch. I want to say we're making progress. Hey, Z.
Hey.
Is this the hardest thing you've ever done in your life? Be honest.
Definitely.
Yeah. It's the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. Z's from Beijing, lives in the U.S., came to Guatemala on her own for 10 days to explore the country. How crazy is that? Yeah. She flew all the way here to find a volcano and struggle along with me. I think that's incredibly admirable. But yeah, we're definitely holding up the rear, by the way. Like, we are in last place. If this was a race, we would lose. Everybody else is way up front, but that's okay. You know, we have the guide behind us who's basically walking slow, probably just making fun of us in his head, you know, but that's okay. We're going to get to the finish line, and ultimately that's what matters. You know, it's funny. I'm so far behind the group. It's not even close. I can't even hear anybody anymore. Even so, they have these leaders that, like, they have one at the front, one at the back. The guy at the front guides the way. The guy at the back just kind of makes sure that nobody dies, basically. Well, the guy at the back just passed me. I think he gave up on me. He was like, this guy's walking too slow. So Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely walking slow, but it's like, this is a rare opportunity for me to be like at peace with my thoughts. Like I never do that. I never like, I'm like walking, like contemplating my life and doing stuff, you know? So, you know, there's a value to doing this. I don't know if I'd recommend it. I don't know. I mean, it would have to be the right person. But if this is your thing, then 100% I'd recommend it. But if it's not your thing, then this is a nightmare. It's just how it is. It appears our base camp is up here. So looks like we have one last hill to climb. Guys, we made it.
Yeah.
We made it to I don't know where the volcano is.
It's actually
It's hidden by the clouds.
we had a little bit of a almost straight ahead with my hands up.
Are we above the clouds?
But you know, there was a lot of steam coming up from it. He said, "Yeah, let's not sleep in the heat."
Okay, so at some point we're gonna see a volcano.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Salma,
We did it.
Chris,
Yeah.
we did it.
Be continued.
To be continued.
Never again.
Now we got to get down. Never again. Yeah, never again.
Yo creo que eso me va a poner encima de esto y se la-
This is our spot.
Tienen roto la rodilla, pero
It's not too bad actually. Yeah, I'm beat. I'm tired. Oh man, I'm about to fall asleep. Not sure what time it is.
no digo, pero
It's freezing up here, so I'm bundled up like I'm in Siberia or something. The hard part with this is the volcano is just up over here, but the clouds make it very difficult to see it. So it's kind of a crazy waiting game. It's like everybody's just standing here. We're probably gonna be, it's 5 p.m. now, probably gonna just be waiting until maybe 3 a.m. or 4 a.m., who knows. Eventually it's gonna clear out. And then at night, you know, they say between like 2 and 4 a.m. is the most likely time that you'll see the, you know, whatever you call it, the fuego, I guess. But it's just right back here. So it's pretty incredible, I guess. I mean, look at that. You can kind of see it. When these clouds go away, it'll be a lot better.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But for one night, I think it's okay.
Yeah. By the way, we have breakfast sandwiches.
Oh, we just had it.
Oh, okay.
Chicos, hemos traído una cámara. Saca fotos de estas. ¿Queréis que os sacamos una o la grabamos?
Claro, estamos haciendo.
¿Quieres? Sí. ¿Te saco una?
Son los mejores.
No.
¿Pero qué dices?
Cuesta €1 cada tiro, ¿sabes? No es dinero en absoluto.
Vamos, lo compramos en Parque 50.
Sí.
Que nada más es muy barato.
Do you want guys to have a...
Actually, we should take a photo like all of us.
Okay, so what's happening is we're at the base camp, but the guide came over to us and said for 200 QR, or whatever the currency is, so like $30, he'll take us for an additional 45-minute hike that's going to get us in a much better position. And I asked him to show me some pictures as an example of where we'll be at. And he showed me the pictures, and I was like, yeah, I'm doing that. So I've been hiking all day, can barely walk, in a lot of pain. But, you know, it's one of those once-in-a-lifetime situations, and you got to do it. So that's the next step. And we're off. So evidently, this is going to be about a 45-minute hike. But, you know, if it has an opportunity to be in a much better position for when it actually starts having fire coming out tonight. Man, got to do it. So the last thing I feel like doing right now is hiking 45 minutes because I can barely walk as we have hiked all day uphill. But man, it's one of those things that I'm never going to do this again, and I kind of got to do this. All right, Z.
Okay.
We're continuing on.
Yes. Doing this.
Oh, so. Whoa.
Woo.
Whoa.
Oh my god. Literally like cannot stop. How do you do that?
What happened?
I don't know. Someone broke it.
Oh, this is treacherous. Seriously.
Make the road decision. Oh my god.
I'm coming up on the base of the volcano, and in all seriousness, the hardest part is keeping up with the group, because I am this isn't the trail you want to get lost on, put it that way. But either way, I'm trying to catch up to the group. There's probably 7 or 8 of us doing this, and supposedly this is going to be an incredible. Whoa, jeez, whoa, this is risky. This part is getting really hard. I don't know where they're taking us. This is stupid. Like, it's basically straight up. Now they're like 35 more minutes. I'm like, man, I can't do it. I'm just pushing myself to the extreme. It should be like an Olympic event. I've almost made it to the top. This is the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. The city's down here. The volcano's somewhere up here. But you know, I've been hiking for like, 9 hours now today, and mostly uphill, hands and knees. Brutal. It's pushing my limits. So once we get to the point to where we have the best view of the volcano, I then have an 1.5 hour hike back downhill in the dark. Crazy.
Wow. Wow.
Now we're heading down. Pitch dark. This is crazy. Alright, I'm about halfway back. Kind of taking a little break here. It takes about 1.5 hours to get back from the top of the mountain where the volcano was back to our base camp. And at this point, we're kind of waiting for the rest of the group. And then it's going to be uphill for the last 30 to 45 minutes. So, most ridiculous thing I've ever done in my life. 40. Oh, I can't even talk. 40 more minutes. All right, so we got.
Yeah, it's been quite exhausted.
I can't even talk, honestly. All right, so this is where we're trying to go.
Sad people can see how steep it is.
Yeah, I'm. Oh man, I'm running on E. Made it back to base. What I thought was going to be 45 minutes to get this view of the Fuego turned out to be about an hour and 45 minutes, and it included climbing a mountain in the dark, and it was brutal and difficult, but I made it back, didn't get hurt in our little camping whatever. I would say though, if this is something that you're considering doing, understand what you're getting into. This isn't, I'm an amateur, I'm a rookie, I don't know what I'm doing. I did no research, I came to this thing blind, and I was way in over my head. And that's when you can get hurt. And if I could offer any advice to anybody that's trying to do these volcano hikes, whatever this is called, do your research, understand what you're getting into, bring the right equipment, be prepared. I had the weather on my side. It wasn't raining, wasn't muddy, so I had some things working in my favor. But, this was serious and difficult and very, very, very hard, and I learned a lot from it. Getting up in the morning, now we're going to head back. Until next time. Woke up the next morning, so we're getting ready to hike back. Everything hurts. My feet hurt, my back hurts, my hip hurts, my hand hurts, my knee hurts. I am in rough shape, but now we got to walk back down. I do think it's still like 5 or 6 miles, so it's not too far, but it's downhill going back to the bottom where we catch the bus. So I think that's going to be significantly better. Yesterday, I ended up walking, or actually hiking, around 11 miles, which doesn't sound too bad, but it was like 11 miles straight up and 11 miles straight down, and treacherous, and it killed not only me, but everybody else that I was with. We're all struggling. But it was definitely a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Can't take that away from it. And the weather's beautiful. I mean, look at this. It's still smoking a little bit this morning. It was lighting up like a Christmas tree overnight. It was like, boom! And you'd look up and you'd see the lava and all that. It was pretty cool. It was definitely something I'm only going to do once, by the way. I'm not going to become something like volcano chaser. Like, nah, I did it once. I'm good. All right, let's see how this walk home goes back down the hill. We should be able to get it done in a few hours, hopefully. I don't know. We'll see. Will you guys ever do this again? Never. Never.
I almost died, so no.
Z, ever again?
Hell no. No.
So as you can see, our trip to the volcano went very well. All of us are making it clear we'll never do this again. Made it back to the bottom. That is our van to take us back to Antigua. These poor people are just getting started on this journey. I'm done, and I'm never doing this again. It was an incredible experience. Once it's over, it's one of those kinds of things. As it was happening, it was not fun or pleasant or easy. It was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life times 1,000. I can't even think of an example that's even close. But I finally made it to the bottom. It's a huge victory. I am proud of myself. I'm proud of our group. I'm proud of the friends I'm doing this with, because we were in this together. And actually, without being able to be with someone, I could have never done this by myself in a group with people that I couldn't rely on to help me mentally. We were helping each other. And that's what made this such an incredible experience now that it's over. Made it back to base. See, we did this. We did this.
Oh my god.
Chris, we did this. We did this.
We're not dead.
We were not dead. We're not dead. Good job, guys. Thank you.